Welcome, everybody, to Pinfalls and Passports. For those of you who don't know, this is a podcast for people just like you who love the sport of professional wrestling, and for members of our WWE Travel Community Discord server to keep us entertained and engaged during the year leading up to WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas. Each episode features a variety of server lore, hilarious and jaw-dropping stories, news, information, WrestleMania and Las Vegas travel tips, and a cast of characters that make the WWE travel community and its over 1,700 members so great. If you're not a member of the community, come join one of the fastest growing pro wrestling communities online. You can find the Discord invite link here in the podcast bio. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Mania Travel Discord. Again, that's at Mania Travel Discord. Please don't forget to follow and subscribe to this podcast to keep up with all things involving the WWE Travel Community Discord server. I am your host for the evening, Dork Chop, and I am joined tonight by
Alexandria, aka Ali Ellie, and whatever my name is this week. I think it's usually Canada's finest, Alexandria. So we'll go with that.
All right, that sounds great. Well, I'm glad to have you along for this one. We're going to talk about the Raw episode that just happened this past Monday. Was it Manchester or no, Birmingham?
Birmingham. Oh my gosh, Manchester was Forbidden Door. Was Manchester Forbidden Door? And Birmingham was Raw.
Yeah, I'm getting my apologies to our British listeners.
The UK is getting a lot of wrestling, or Europe is getting a lot of wrestling. We're getting confused. We're North American. We're trying.
Exactly. We are definitely trying. We're also going to be previewing Clash in Paris. And I'm going to have a few things to say about why is Stephanie Vaquer not on the card.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have also some hotel tips for you for WrestleMania 42 week in Las Vegas. So let's dive right in. Roman Reigns started off the show. He had some words for Bronson Reed, the tribal thief, the owner of the Shula Fala. And
I love
it. Bronson Reed made the mistake of admitting he was Samoan, which led Roman to believe, you're Samoan, I own you.
That was the funniest line to me, because I'm like, okay, I guess as his role of tribal chief, you collect the Samoans. And I collect the Samoans, catch them all Pokemon. Well, that's basically what he said.
It is, indeed.
Yes, so it made sense, but I thought that was hilarious. What did you think about the boos when Roman said Cody Rhodes' name?
I'm a Cody stan, so I was like, come on. Is this a cool thing to do, kids? But I mean, it's an organic reaction.
Yeah.
People are kind of over Cody, I guess. It was prevalent during WrestleMania as well with the blended international crowd. There was a lot of booing. I think that was more because people just wanted to see John Cena win number 17. But it's continuing in Europe, and that's like it's a bit of a surprise to me in terms of like the reactions that Cody gets in the US versus what he gets in Europe.
But I think that's for quite a few celebrities, though, or not celebrities. I think that's for quite a few wrestlers, though. I think they do get different reactions in Europe. Who was it that didn't get a very good reaction in Europe? I think it was Naomi last time, or was that Saudi Arabia? And I'm getting them confused. But I know that the reactions are different between Saudi Arabia, Europe, and the United States for sure.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it's not so drastic. It's not as drastic as Bret Hart in Canada and US in 1997. But yeah, that was unreal.
Oh yes,
a baby face in Canada and a heel in the rest of the world. But Roman mentioning Cody was interesting there, also because of what he said, that he was basically admitting Cody was right. He took his title. He's a chief without a tribe. He has no wise man. It's a more introspective version of Roman. Not to say he isn't, humbled or anything, because he was still cocky, as evidenced by the comments about owning Bronson Reed.
Oh yeah, that will never go away. That's just tribal chief energy. But it is more of an introspective Roman. I kind of do like this version of Roman. He's still like a little heel, not entirely baby face. I kind of like that he tethers in that respect.
Yeah. I mean, and I noticed that later in the show when he was talking to Jay about making sure that Jay gets his, it kind of felt like right hand man Jay more. He's addressing him as right hand man Jay as opposed to main event Jay Uso.
Yeah. But I think
Yeah.
at some point we will get Roman versus Jay, like round two. I think right now they're just kind of laying the seeds out for Seth and Roman. And I
Mm,
want to know how that goes. But for me, I want Roman's last match to be against Seth. I want him to fight Seth and retire. So I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. I want to see Roman and Jay. So we'll see how it goes. Roman's a very good long term storyteller.
mhm.
And I think the fact that he's not there every week does allow for long term storytelling to take place. So there's a benefit to his absences in that way.
Mm. Are you enjoying the rivalry with Bronson Reed so far?
I think it's funny. I think it's just so funny that he's stealing all his shoes. But I would also like to preface for those of you who do not know, Jordan signed a deal with Roman Reigns for him to create his own line of shoes. And I think this is intended to kind of put the spotlight on Roman's footwear. So you'll go and buy it. It's definitely product placement, but I think it's done in a really comedic and enjoyable way. So I like this product placement more than the Viking Raiders at WrestleMania's product placement, for example.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned the crowd. That was an absolutely electric crowd in Birmingham.
Oh yeah, but Europe always gives. They always give. I love it. Are they going to France? Because I kind of want to see that.
Oh yeah, class.
Paris. You're
Yeah.
right. I forgot. Definitely. I definitely want to see I'm excited for France because they always just get so spicy and they just get into it and they're loud and they're electric. But I have to say, I have not heard a bad European crowd yet. I love them.
Yeah. I mean, because there were some interesting chants, like for JD when he was out wrestling, they were just like, "You're just a shit Finn Balor."
That's funny. They do go in. They kept bleeping and I kept being like, wait, what are they saying? What are they saying? So I thought that was really, really, really interesting. They get away, they get away with more for sure.
They definitely do,
Yeah.
and it was fun to listen to. I mean, there was a very vulgar chant directed at Seth.
Oh,
um,
yes. Oh,
yeah,
yes. That was
yeah,
I was like, "What are they saying?" And when I found out what they were saying, I was kind of like, "Oh, okay, Seth."
yeah. I will not repeat it for the benefit of our female listeners.
No. But I think Seth was even a little bit taken aback by the chant. If you looked at his
Mhm.
face, he was not expecting it. But,
Right.
when you go to Europe, it's just it's like every man for themselves, really. Like, you never know. You never know
Yeah.
what you're gonna get.
Yeah, and speaking of every man for himself, we've got chaos with the fatal four way going on. That led during the main event with Braun and LA Knight, and then you had Punk and Jay come out, and as mentioned before, Roman's told Jay, you got to make sure you get yours and stop worrying about everybody else, and he did that.
Yeah.
He got he made sure that it was it Punk and LA Knight ate shoes, the super kicks. Kind of a narration happened with Seth of like, don't, they're doing it for us.
I think I missed the ending there, but I did watch the beginning of the Braun and LA Knight match. I think I
Mhm.
tapped out a little bit just because I could tell this was kind of a setup for Seth to come out again. And then
Mhm.
when I saw Seth come out and I think they started chanting, I was like, okay. But I knew that Punk and Jay came out. I just missed the conclusion of that.
Yeah. So basically, Jay super kicked both LA Knight and Punk
Yeah.
as Seth held Braun Breaker back because Braun wanted to get another piece of all three of them.
Okay.
Yeah. But
Okay, I missed that. I did miss that part. That conclusion.
yeah, he kept saying to Braun, don't worry, they're doing it for us. It's all right.
Oh my god.
I love how he's got like mind control over Braun,
He
kind of.
does. He does. It's like they're one. From day one, they're one. I feel like Braun is really his right-hand man. And at some point, Braun is going to turn on Seth and it's going to be absolutely chaotic. And I'm excited for it.
As am I. The seeds are being laid for it, and it's obvious it's going to happen. when.
I
It's
know.
more,
Not
yeah,
for a while. Not for a while.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I have no idea what to make of the new version of Bailey, by the way.
I saw a bit of her promo. I feel like they don't know what to do with Bailey, but this might be better than role model. So, because I don't know what role model is, in complete honesty, who was a part of damage control. They had to remove her and they were like, here, this is your new gimmick. I was at the show where she spoke about the new gimmick, her theme song with Sami Zayn in Toronto.
Mhm.
And she basically said it was kind of like just thrown on her. She really didn't have a lot of input into it. She just kind of took it and rolled with it, but there really isn't any character to it. So I hope that this will allow Bailey's just ability to act in many ways. She's amazing in the ring, but I hope this will allow her to shine again because I feel like that's been lacking for a while and I love Bailey.
Right.
So I hope it's executed well.
I hope so too. I mean, it's because I like the fact that they're kind of going with a little bit of a darker tone with her.
Yeah.
I loved like Pandemic Bailey.
Mhm.
That was like the best version of Bailey. I mean, because and I was a big hugger fan.
She's
Bring
a
back the
better
wake of,
heel.
but she is a great heel. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what they do with it.
Mm.
One thing I'm not excited to see again though is, well, Becky might have gone a little too far.
I heard from Kelly Osbourne, my close and personal friend. I'm joking.
Oh, jeez.
I'm joking. I loved her on Fashion Police. That's all. Anyways, for those of you who haven't seen, just go to YouTube. It's worth watching one episode with Joan Rivers and Kelly Osbourne. But besides the point, I just went on Instagram and Twitter, and Kelly was losing her mind. And I didn't know why, but she tagged Becky Lynch. And Dork was telling me right now what happened. And I kind of understand now. I missed it initially again.
Yeah, it was one of those where she was going for cheap heat, and oh, did she get it? I mean, you know, the best thing to come out of Birmingham, I shouldn't repeat the line because then I have to issue a public apology. But, referencing Ozzy Osbourne in his hometown of
Yeah.
Birmingham the way she did was probably not the best thing to do, especially kind of like as
Yeah.
it's still an open wound. We just lost Ozzy last month, and that was very sad. And to be fair, the Osbourne family is probably still grieving.
Yeah.
So I can see how they would be offended by Becky's comments. And I mean, it's just, oh, goodness gracious.
But then I want to know, was this approved or is it like a Tiffany Stratton Charlotte moment where she kind of just went off mic and did it?
See, now that I can't tell you.
WWE
Becky,
Unreal will tell us.
yes, they will.
We'll see. Unless they cut
Yeah.
it.
I really hope they don't, just because I would
Yeah.
be fascinated to see what the root of that was. And
Yeah.
I mean, although the more I think about it, the more I think they probably won't reference it just because of the heat that it's getting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think they'll reference it for people to tune in if she went off script. But if it was in the script, then they're not going to touch it because it would just look bad on them. But I want to
Right.
know. I want to know if she went off script. Apparently, everyone we're supposed to get a grand apology from Becky. I don't know if it's on Friday or next week Monday, but we're supposed to get an apology from Becky about it. About this.
Yeah, as we should, because I mean,
Mhm.
all right, we're gonna move on. Yeah, we got all kinds of other things to talk about. Like, I think JD McDonough might be indestructible.
We'll see. He'll like get injured, heal, come back. I thought the pop he got when he came back from his injury was really, really interesting. Like people actually missed him, which was kind of nice to see because I thought that he wasn't that popular.
Yeah, I mean, some of the chants he was getting, like the "You're just a shit Finn Balor" chant,
Yeah.
and then like JD Bob, I think they were chanting JD Bobblehead.
Oh, but I chant that in my house. So I mean,
Yeah, there were some unique chants. But I mean, he took a Liger bomb from Dragon Lee that looked really nasty.
he can
Kind of flipped it,
sell.
but yeah, he definitely can sell.
Oh yeah.
I respect his in-ring ability. I just I mean, I keep seeing like the bumps he takes, and I'm like, oh,
No, he can sell, and also, like, I feel like he's indestructible. I have to say this, anybody that Finn Balor has trained or has been trained out of the facility or the gym or the school that Finn used to train at is pretty good. Like, you have Lyra, Becky, Finn. I think I'm missing people, but Finn Balor has trained quite a few wrestlers from Ireland, and they're all like 10 out of 10 top tier. So shout out to Finn.
right.
Yeah.
And of course, that match led to more drama with the Judgment Day, like Dirty Dom stepping in when Finn got tossed to the back, and then brought out everybody's favorite hater, AJ Styles, and they finally made the match official between AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental title. But it's not going to be a Clash in Paris.
No, it's gonna be on Raw.
It, I, I guess they're saving all their ammunition for future shows.
They gotta let go of this 5-match card. They just gotta let go of it. But I wanted to preface before we go or mention, did you see the pop rocks that Roxanne gave to CM Punk at the house show with the Judgment Day?
Yes, I did.
I laughed. It was
I
so
had a
well
good laugh.
executed. It was so well executed.
Yeah, I love it when he sells for the younger wrestlers, and he really regards like Cora Jade and Roxanne as like kind of daughters.
Yeah.
So to see that was like, it was cool, but it was also wholesome and heartwarming, if that makes sense.
It was. It really was. I watched it like 5 times. I was like, look at you, Punk, selling a pop rocks.
Yeah. I mean, that's almost as funny as watching John Cena do a Canadian Destroyer at SummerSlam.
That was funny. That was funny.
So Raw was, I want to say it was about a 6 out of 10.
I would say 5 from what I saw. I think for a 2.5-hour show, I probably saw 1 hour flat of it, but the hour I saw, I would say 5 out of 10. I obviously you can see most of the clips these days on social media, but 5 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It wasn't the best go home show for Clash in Paris. No, I mean, they could have done a lot better. They could have also done a lot worse.
That's true.
Speaking of Clash in Paris, we're going to be dissecting that show.
Yes.
Of course, my major complaints of being a scathing lack of Cody Rhodes on the show.
My man's on break. He's just, Roman's full time. He's part time now. We got to switch it up. I think Cody really paid his dues, and I think he's due for a little bit of a part time schedule right now. So I'm not mad.
No, I'm not mad either. I know they're probably saving him and Drew McIntyre for either WrestlePalooza or the Crown Jewel Perth. But it would have been nice to see a Clash in Paris. I know he's got to go film Street Fighter.
Yes.
He's playing Guile. So he's going to be off for a couple of weeks to film his part in the movie. And of course, Roman's eventually going to go film his part. He's a Kuma in that. So he's got a much more involved role.
So we'll lose him again, and then Cody will be back full time. So, there's a cycle here. We don't need Roman and Cody at the same time. We don't need 2 heavy lifters at the same time. We're good.
Yeah, but we did need Stephanie Vaquero on the show.
Yes.
I'm going to die on that hill. We needed Stephanie Vaquero.
Stephanie Vaquero. No, however Naomi said it. Stephanie Vaquero. That's my favorite one till this day. But we did need Stephanie Vaquero. I see I'm saying it wrong now. So we need Stephanie on the show. I thought that what my honest opinion of this was, they really should have done like a fatal 4-way with the women to get the women's championship. I don't know what they're trying to do here. I don't know why they're stretching it out just to give it back to Rhea Ripley for Perth. I don't know what they could have done. In my honest opinion, they could have done a fatal 4-way. That they're going to put it on Rhea. So just put it on Rhea. Let her go to Perth. Let her go home. Right after that, have her lose it to Stephanie Vaquero. That's all they had to do here. But I think there was a way to incorporate women in a better way. This is really a male-dominated card. You have 5 matches. You have a strong women's division. There was a way to incorporate her and keep things going. But the fact that they just threw everything away because Naomi got pregnant, it's like you have no backup plan. I don't know.
Yeah, and that, I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, I'm happy for Naomi and Jimmy, and I hope that they have a great, she has a complication free pregnancy and delivers a happy and healthy baby.
Yeah.
But it just, wow, it threw a lot of threw a monkey wrench in everything, and I cannot believe there wasn't a contingency plan.
There should be. And also I think that we knew the fatal four-way was going to happen. Bronson and Roman, we knew that was going to happen. And that's why I'm saying if you get Roman and no Cody, that's kind of okay. It's kind of, they lift the same weight.
Right.
I think, though, Nikki Bella and Becky was kind of always in the cards. I don't think that's a new one. But what I think they did, I think they threw in Sheamus and Rusev because they didn't know what to do with the Naomi Stephanie situation that was happening here. And I think there was a better way to handle this. I don't think that women's world championship should be vacated for as long as it has been already. There should be plans in motion, and they're going to do the whole contender stuff. And I'm like, just throw all four women in a match. You got Io, you got Rhea. Is Bianca able to wrestle?
She has not been cleared yet.
Okay, but you got Stephanie. They can find a fourth. They definitely can. And this could have been cleared up.
Yeah, although it seems like Io and Rhea are more dealing with the Kabuki Warriors, and I think that's going to, eventually the Kabuki Warriors are going to turn on Io. And I wouldn't be surprised to see Rhea in the tag team division as opposed to putting the world championship on her.
Oh, so you think we're going to get Io, Rhea in a tag team match at Perth?
I'm thinking that's, they're going to win the tag titles at Perth.
Okay. I mean, it's a change up for Rhea, and that's a strong tag team. Honestly, Io and Rhea, oh my God, I'm not speaking. Io and Rhea could actually take down Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, so I can see that.
Yeah, it would be a fun match to watch, definitely.
Yeah. You got 4 10 out of 10s in there.
Yeah, I mean, and Charlotte and Rhea have delivered the goods before, and they, they know how to do it again. I'm sure of that.
Oh, yes. I'm excited for that. We'll see. Yeah. I will see how this goes.
Yes. And speaking of how it goes, we're going to get your picks and my picks for the Clash in Paris card. So should we start with the
main event?
You want to start with the World Championship match?
Sure. So John Cena is obviously, is he going to open or is he going to close?
I think he's going to close.
I think, I will see. Yeah. Maybe he'll close.
But I think we both can. I mean, I personally think Seth Rollins is going to retain the World Heavyweight Championship based on everything that they're setting him up for a reign of terror that's not going to end until WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think it's Rollins.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Seth. As far as Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns, give me all the tsunamis because Roman Reigns is going to be going away for a while.
Yeah.
I think Bronson's going to Bronson's going to get the win, or if he loses, he's going to attack Roman after the match. And about 7 or 8 tsunamis should do the trick.
I think Bronson should win. We know that WWE hates to have Roman lose, but Roman can eat a pin or two. It's not going to bring down his street value. I think Bronson should win this.
I really think Bronson Reed needs the victory here too. So I'm going to go with Bronson myself because it really would legitimize both him and the Vision as a faction to have a win over Roman Reigns.
And also Roman won for 4 years straight. I think he can eat some pins. It's time to eat a pin or two. Roman, you gotta lose. Yeah,
Roman. I mean, nothing against you. Well, I mean, I was happier than a pig in a pig pen on the night that he lost the title. We will not go into what I said because it was. Yeah. Anyway,
it was so sad. I was like, no, it's over.
I was uncontrollably euphoric.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't ready.
I totally was.
Oh, wow.
So, but I mean, I'm all for Roman Reigns eating a pin or two here and there.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to the women's intercontinental title match. In light of the events that occurred on Monday, I think Becky Lynch has to lose here.
Yeah.
did they need to take her off screen for a little bit, kind of sash her away so everybody kind of forgets about her?
Yeah.
Because, pardon my French, girl, you don't.
Yeah, she did. She did. I think it's Nikki. And I think it's Nikki in a complete honesty. And from a financial perspective, it kind of should be Nikki. Strike while the iron's hot. I find that WWE hasn't been really doing that lately.
Mhm.
But Nikki really has regained popularity. She has got her cult following behind her. She's brought the women back to wrestling. Actually, if you look at the data, women have actually there's been an increase in women watching wrestling in the, I think it was 25 to 34 age demographic since Nikki's been back, and that was the era when we were all kids. So I think that if you want to kind of appeal more to younger women, or to, are we middle age? Am I middle age? I guess I'm middle age. Middle aged women, then I think putting it on Nikki also is a good financial decision, as well as taking heat off Becky.
Yeah, I agree here too. Even if it's just a short transitional reign,
Yeah.
it just makes all the sense in the world right now to put the title on Nikki Bella.
And you know what would be funny, really funny, is if Nikki won and then Lyra got it back from Nikki. I think that'd be hilarious, and it would set Becky off the edge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that would be a great way to get it back to Lyra.
Yeah.
And then, like maybe have a Bailey and Lyra rivalry over the Intercontinental Championship as well.
And I don't think mid cards need long reigns, in my honest opinion. That was never their intention. So I think that would be also a good way to kind of get it moving and kind of get it recognized.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we mentioned Sheamus and Rusev in an old-fashioned Donnybrook match.
I don't know what that is.
It's a hardcore match with Irish theme to it.
All right.
So you're going to have a shillelagh, you're going to have barrels of whiskey, you're going to have all kinds of other stuff, and they're going to brawl all over the arena. It's going to be ugly. It's going to be just a fight, basically.
That's cute.
Yeah.
I'm down for it. Sheamus.
See, now I'm going to go with Rusev because I think Rusev really needs it. His character is stale. He needs a kind of a shot in the arm here, and so I'm gonna say Rusev. But in any case, I don't think anybody really cares about this match.
This is the bathroom match.
Yeah, this is the go get your snacks, go take care of your business match. Yeah.
Sorry about that, but this is the bathroom match. Sheamus. I don't care either way. I love Rusev. I really do, heart and soul.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if the way they positioned him when they brought him back was the right way.
I don't think so either. I mean, because it was too much like his AEW character, the Redeemer.
Yeah. And it was better on AEW.
From what I've heard, I would be inclined to agree.
Yeah.
And then, once we've moved on from that, we've got John Cena and Logan Paul.
Oh,
Why
God.
are they wasting one of Cena's few dates left? I mean, Logan Paul is a great in-ring talent, but I don't think he should be working with John Cena. I
feel like Logan has a way to present things to higher ups that make it sound really good. And I think Logan probably got this put in his contract. I don't know. Logan has a way to negotiate. It's insane. But I just feel like this is in his contract. And they really want, I don't know why, they want to make Logan a star. And they're doing everything they got to do to make Logan a star.
I don't get it either. I mean, Logan Paul does not move the needle for me. It's just one of those, to me, like in my personal opinion, he has X-Pac heat.
Yeah.
If you're familiar with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm throwing it in the Wayback Machine for some of our other listeners who might not know. It's basically go away heat.
Yeah.
And that's all I ever want Logan Paul to do is go away.
But he can leave the theme song. Like he can leave that. That's his best attribute, actually, is that song. The song is better than the Taste of Prime. Actually, for everybody, whoever out there, like I really love that song. I really love Humble, but so, like but Humble is better than any flavor of Prime I've ever had. Like, it's just he can leave the song, but he can go and he can take the Prime bottle and the Prime logo in the ring with him. That's what I like.
I would like that too.
Yeah.
As far as who wins this match, I think keep the international crowd happy and just it books itself. Let John Cena win.
Yeah, Logan doesn't need it. Didn't Logan win with Drew against Jelly Roll the other day?
Yeah, SummerSlam.
Okay, then he doesn't need it. Like, and honestly, nobody wants Logan to win anything anyway. So, yeah,
Mm,
I think John should win.
I think John should win as well.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I also think that we're going to be heading to Vegas pretty soon. Some of us.
You are.
I know, right? The venue being there 2 years in a row is just kind of one of those things where it kind of doesn't really invite repeat traveling for some people. I can understand that, but there are some of us that are going, and some people have been asking,
Yeah.
when's the best time to book?
Before they announced.
And that's true. Like when the event is announced or before, if you can do that, if you have that luxury. If you listen to the rumor mill, then you get ahead of everything and book, like 4 different weeks in April, like I did,
Mhm.
and then be happy when you guessed right.
Yeah.
It's like throwing macaroni at the wall and hoping it sticks.
That was it. That was all it was.
Yeah.
Um,
But if you haven't booked already, there are factors to also to this, like, do you want to stay on the strip? Do you want to be on Fremont Street? Do you want the convenience or the amenities? What's your price point? Are you willing? There's a lot to factor in. Some of our members have mentioned that you should wait for Black Friday sales. I don't know. Have you ever had luck with Black Friday sales on
no.
hotels?
No, I'm really bougie. I'm a Sheraton girly, Sheraton Hilton girly. So,
Mhm.
the first time in my entire life that I'd stayed in a non-Sheraton or Hilton hotel was actually Vegas. Stayed at the Link. I
Oh wow.
personally loved it, but I'm also like a Logan Paul. I know how to negotiate, so I got to upgrade on my Vegas announcement booking to a nicer room. But what I would say is that if you're a girly pop like me, staying in Vegas,
Mhm.
Fremont is fine, but I think that the strip is a little bit better for you. But that's just me. I don't know. That was my experience.
Yeah, I would lean, especially if it's your first time in Vegas, you're
Yeah.
gonna want to stay on the strip, especially with, all the events taking place on the strip between, you got the convention center,
Yeah.
which is a short ride from the monorail. And you got on the other end of the strip, you've got Allegiant Stadium, which is a short walk from Mandalay Bay. So it really depends on your personal preference where to stay. Um, I also am like tempted to stay on Fremont Street this time because I've been to Vegas for like 4 years in a row now, and I'm this would make five. I've stayed
Okay.
on the strip all 4 times.
You're seasoned.
Yes, yes, I am seasoned. I am Vegas tested. And I will say this to our listeners: do not book through a third party when you're going to Vegas.
No, and also don't book at Airbnb. I've heard rumors about a guy named Alejandro being really, really good,
Mhm.
but don't book Airbnb. I think what you should do is that's a side joke to Notorious in our Discord, by the way. If you're a listener, you know what I mean. But anyways, um, I would advise that you don't book Airbnb in Vegas simply because a lot of them are people's condos that they own within hotels. And so you are at the mercy of the condo owner more than the hotel itself. And then on top of that, I would recommend that you just don't book an Airbnb because a lot of them are also off strip if that's the case. And it's harder to get to Allegiant. You're farther away from anything. Uber's going to eat through your pocket. It's just not worth it. You end up spending more in the long run, actually.
Yeah,
So I would just avoid Airbnb, period.
yeah, because I mean, you're gonna be going up and down the strip for events. You're gonna be,
Yeah.
you're gonna be living in Ubers,
Yeah.
and if you stay off, like if you go with like Airbnbs, or if you go with like a Hilton or a Sheraton, you're going to be further off the strip, and it's going to probably cost you more in Uber rides than anything.
I will say that I think it was one of the Hiltons, and as well, the where they have the Wrestlecon, Westgate. Sorry,
Hmm.
it was a Hilton and Westgate. They actually did have shuttles for WrestleMania from the hotel to Allegiant and back. So some hotels will actually have shuttle service during WrestleMania. So if you have to take a more discounted hotel that's off strip or Fremont, look into those that have that as well. Westgate's on the
Hmm.
strip, just really far strip, but it's also where WrestleCon was last year. We don't know about what's going to be this year, so we'll see. But
Hmm.
that's a good piece of advice to consider if you're trying to cut costs.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to do your research ahead of time, especially like my personal opinion. Stay with an MGM or a Caesars property,
Yeah.
or if you're gonna do Fremont, with all three, I should say, book directly. I
Yes.
cannot emphasize that enough. Book
Yes.
directly. You'll get the best deals that way.
Absolutely. I can't say it any better myself. No Airbnb, no Expedia. I've just booked directly for Vegas. It's better that way.
Yeah.
Um, Another piece of advice I will say here is if you're looking for the best deal and it's really late in the game, WrestleCon is going to give you the best deal about probably 3 to 5 months out from WrestleMania. So we're talking like December.
Yeah.
Now, having said that, if you are somebody that's like in California, you're closer, like I'm coming from Canada, this doesn't work for me. But the Caesars properties started to dip approximately 3 to 4 weeks before WrestleMania. So they dipped back down to the level that it was at before. And it just depends on occupancy. So I believe Harrah's wasn't so full. So that
Hmm.
dipped. So look into those things. And something else to note if you're going to go with the MGM or a Caesars property and you want to go back to Vegas later, or if they announce again, make sure you get a card from the property that you go to. Try and eat at their restaurants, use the card for leverage. And also, just if you're going to gamble, use your card. Gamble responsibly, everybody. Gamble responsibly. And last but not least is if you're somebody who likes Vegas and you're enticed to go again, this is just more so outside of this, pick a chain and stick with it. So if you feel like you're going to like Caesars properties, which tend to be a bit more, you could correct me if I'm wrong, Dork, but like a little bit more mid strip, the ownership, then you might want to just stick with that. And then if you're going to pick MGM properties, which are a lot closer to Allegiant, then you want to just stick with those chains just for savings and free rooms as you go along.
Yeah. Yeah, the more loyalty you have with one particular partner, the more you're going to gain in terms of points, and then that could contribute to future comps as well.
Yeah.
Because Vegas is a city that invites repeat visits.
Yes.
Apparently, WWE felt that way.
Yes. And hopefully you all do too. Who knows?
Indeed. Well, this has been fun. I believe that's all we have for this evening.
Yes.
I would like to thank my co-host Allie for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.
It definitely was. And we appreciate you listening. And remember, like, share, follow. Have a great one. All right.
Bye.